today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dwayne Haskins and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And no excitement, unless you're on the defensive team of last week, in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Tannehill on first down and brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 6 catches, 124 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 49ers' 37-yard line.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Complete to Corey.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Raheem Mostert.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 6 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big plays. They were able to pick up a first down on that one.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Haskins out of the gun. That is caught. It's Tajae Sharpe. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And 6.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Out of the shotgun, Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the...
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jeffrey Simmons in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
49ers 3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They were losers last week, dropping that game to the Indianapolis Colts, but the good news for them, they've got the lead right now and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The throw over the middle taken in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there. And
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
This is Mostert. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
46-yard line.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They go play action with Haskins. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Kevin Byard.
On second down, Mostert stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Extra score, Titans 14.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They begin with Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The open man is Smith. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
First down, Titans.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On first down, Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun. Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where you see the final score there. Jameis Winston, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Ryan Tannehill, who's had the hot hand in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. 3rd down here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They go play action now. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the 2nd half.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Titans.
On 2nd down now. It's McCoy. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Operating from the gun. Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That keeps the score 9ers.
And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Second and 11.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Play action. Haskins. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
Niners 18. Titans.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
From the 27th, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run. Sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now Mostert. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Third down.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
For a 49er.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the gun, Haskins. And this one's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Third down. Here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Push him back. Shut up. Push him back. Mike 54. Mike 50. You ain't doing nothing today.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Now Tannehill. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Tannehill's pass.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he finds Cook. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
41-yard line.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he goes out right around the 39.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Had to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Jayon Brown. Ryan.
A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Take it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. pitch it in with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It's not that often you see a 2-point try from that distance. And, of course, it's not that often that it's successful, and it wasn't there.
And who added all this thinking to the game, right? Because now you've got so much extra to consider. The penalty happens. Do you go for 2 from that spot now after the penalty? Or do you say, we're going to kick it, which means they have to administer the penalty from the 20,
you would have been
from the
pushed
15.
back further. Yep.
Now you're back further. Can you make that one? It's a lot of extra stuff on what used to be a routine play.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's another.
On play action, Haskins.
That was a nice move.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league run right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it again with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of a yard.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. Tavecchio puts this one through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly.
It's caught inside the 25.
Right down their throat.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here we go with Haskins. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug